Hello, my name is Stacy Ligori, and welcome to an overview of the Special Education Indicators. The U.S. Department of Education, Office of Special Education Programs, OSEP, developed 17 indicators to help each state measure and report on its efforts to educate students with disabilities. All states and territories submit various data and reports to the U.S. Department of Education. Each state reports on its performance on each of the indicators as well as its plan to make progress in the State Performance Plan and Annual Performance Report, SPP APR. The APR must be submitted annually. In today's overview module, we will be discussing an overview of Indicator 11, Child Find. Following the requirements for child find in the Kentucky Administrative Regulations 707 KAR 1 300, Section 1A, LEAs must have policies and procedures that plan and implement a child find system to locate, identify, and evaluate each child with a suspected disability, ages 3 to 21. Indicator 11 is part of the SPP APR. What is Indicator 11? Indicator 11 is a compliance indicator. Compliance indicators have targets that are 0 or 100%, and this target is set by the Office of Special Education Programs, OSEP. Indicator 11 is the percentage of children evaluated for special education services within 60 school days of parental consent. The definition of school day means any day, including a partial day, that children are in attendance at school for instructional purposes. School day means the same thing for all children in school, including children with or without disabilities. Non-traditional instructional days are included as any other instructional day in the 60 school day timeline. 707 KAR 1002, Section 153. Data collection. The Office of Special Education and Early Learning, OSEAL, provides a self-assessment spreadsheet to all of the district directors of special education, DOS, to enter the Indicator 11 data. The OSEAL instructs districts to randomly select and then review 10% of students who receive parental permission for an initial evaluation, for a total of no fewer than 10 and no more than 50 students. The LEA submits its review results via the self-assessment report to the OSEAL, where the OSEAL checks the LEA's self-reported data for completion, duplication, and errors. The OSEAL then reviews and validates self-reported noncompliance and performs random desk reviews to validate self-reported compliance. Frequently asked question. Question. Does the 60 school day timeline end at eligibility or the creation of an individual education program, IEP, if eligible? Answer. According to 707 KAR 1 320, Section 2 3, the 60 school day timeline is measured from the time an LEA receives parental consent for an initial evaluation of the student until the eligibility date. According to 707 KAR 1 320, Section 2 4, within the 60 school day period, an LEA shall ensure that the Admission and Release Committee, ARC, meeting to develop an individual education program, IEP, for the child is conducted within 30 days of the determination that the child is eligible. Frequently asked question. Are there exceptions to the 60 school day requirement? There are 2 exceptions to the 60 school day requirement. If the child moves to a new LEA after consent and prior to the completion of the evaluation, the LEA and the parent can determine a new completion data as long as the LEA is making significant progress and if the parent repeatedly fails or refuses to produce the child for evaluation. Frequently asked question. Question. If the preschool calendar only has 2 instructional days per week, does the LEA have 30 weeks to meet the 60 school day timeline? Although preschool calendars in IC may only have 2, 3, or 4 instructional days per week, the preschool needs to use the LEA calendar for grades K through 12 to count the school days between consent for evaluation and eligibility determination, as the LEA is the responsible party for the evaluation. 704 KAR 3 410 Section 6(3) states, the hours of operation of the half-day program may vary, but shall provide a minimum of 2 and 1/2 hours of classroom time per day, which shall not include the time required to provide breakfast or lunch. The program shall provide direct services for children or parents for the minimum number of teaching days set by the local school district for the school year. Resources. In summary, Indicator 11 is designed to improve efforts to locate and serve students with disability by ensuring 100% of children with parental consent to evaluate have their initial evaluations completed within 60 school days. Here are some additional resources for your review. Thank you for reviewing this webinar. If you have any questions, please feel free to access the SPP Indicator Guide on the Special Education Data Dashboard webpage, or you may contact the Division of IDEA Monitoring and Results in the Office of Special Education and Early Learning.